Yo, 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 this is your girl, Isis Wisdom of ElevatedRadio.fm podcast on IG Live. What's going on with y'all? What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing today? Y'all doing good? Hey. So, IG is really messing with my page. Heavy, shadow banning the hell out my damn page. I'm not even on my page as much as I was, and they're shadow banning the hell out my damn page. So I'm going to need y'all to participate and let everybody know that I'm currently live right now, just to kind of get the numbers up. Hey, you said I'm super mellow today? Feeling restless? You're feeling restless? Why? Today's a good day, baby. You feeling restless too, Jersey Queen? You here for it all, child worldwide? Nah, I'm not concerned about that. I mean, hell, Telegram channel's blowing up right now, so I'm not concerned about that. And I'm also returning back to the Daily Blurb. I'm on Elevated Radio podcast right now, so this is currently being recorded. Okay, so you guys can always go over to Go to the link tree in my bio. If you want to listen to the show and you're having an issue with Instagram, just go there. It's always going to be recorded so you guys can listen to it. And I will upload the Spreaker version up to the YouTube channel as well. Okay, and also I'm going to be doing lives on my YouTube a little bit more frequently than I have been, because I don't have any issues with YouTube. They don't give me no issues over there. Okay. But nonetheless, I wanted to talk to you guys about some things that has... About some things that actually I was reminded of just by having a conversation with my goddaughter, and it inspired me to come on board and have a conversation with you guys about it, because it's like you know how you have information and knowledge that you've always been aware of, it's been in the back of your mind, but when someone has a conversation with you because they have an epiphany, and then it comes right back to you again. You're like, yeah, that's true, blah, 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 blah. Damn, this is a good subject to talk about, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. First, before I get into it, though, for those who are logging on my Telegram channel, it is about high elevation over there. I just got on, baby. I just got on. But the Telegram channel that I launched is for people that are evolving past a lot of the programs that's been set forth for a lot of us, okay? These individuals have already gotten past the state of fear, or the mindset of fear. I am having to constantly clean the chat out a little bit, just because of the simple fact there are people that are inviting people onto the channel that are not woke and not ready to be woke. But for the most part, I have a pretty good group of people over there that are highly intelligent, highly involved individuals, has a lot to contribute. And so that's kind of like the type of community that I'm looking to create on my Telegram channel. Okay? Telegram channel. I am the realest to ever do it. Link is in the bio. Hit the link tree. Click the link that says Telegram channel, and come on in to the Telegram. Okay? Check out some of the stuff I post up over there. I am returning back to the Daily Blurb Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm not going to do it every day. You're only going to get 1 hour of it. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm not doing anything on the weekends. Not doing nothing Tuesdays and Thursdays. I got too much stuff going on. So just wanted to say that. And for those of you guys that are taking my status correction course today, remember it's Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time via Zoom. Do not send me messages asking me anything concerning the class. Read your registration email. Okay? Just want to get that out right off the rip. Now that we got that out the way, and I miss you guys too. I miss you guys too a lot. But I gotta regulate my time and my energy on all platforms. I don't want to be as successful as I once was. I'm kind of moving a little bit differently as it pertains to that. And I got people to run the channel the way that I need the channel to be ran. You know what I'm saying? But it's high vibrational frequency vibes over there, period, point blank. But I want to talk to you guys about these programs and this hologram system that we're currently living in. I want you guys to understand that fear is a program. And this whole everything concerning anything that's tied to the system, anything that's tied to this matrix is all a program. Okay? It's all just one big program or several different programs. Okay? And I have purposely been separating myself or distancing myself a lot from a lot of these different programs that were created for us to have our minds to become manipulated, to think that we are these beings that always need to be told what to do like children. And I want to talk about this because this is a very serious subject that I think that everybody needs to take the time out to really think about. Okay? We have been taught through movies, through television, through religion, that something or somebody is always going to save us from ourselves. We were taught this through, comic books, these movies that you see coming out through Marvel. Someone's always going to save you from the bad guy, right? But when I looked at those types of things, I always looked at it from a different perspective, because when I look at those types of movies, I look at that as us saving ourselves from any atrocity that anyone could possibly afflict upon us. So what I'm saying to you guys is that I want you guys to really understand that you are only the one that can save yourself, and you are the one with the power to be able to do so. No one has the power to make you do anything that you don't want to do. Okay? Nobody has the power. Now, if you are fear-led, and everything in your life is fear-based, you're going to follow and comply with what you're being told by an entity that doesn't give two shits about you or who you are or about your health or about your being or anything like that. I think that we need to graduate to a place where we really say to ourselves, that's not the program that I want to be a part of anymore. Okay? And how you don't become a part of the program is you simply stop participating in it. You simply stop tuning into things like that bring down your vibrational frequency. You stop listening to other people that don't know anything about you to tell you what to do. You stop putting yourself in a space of victimhood, and you put yourself in a position of powerhood. Okay? You put yourself in a position of powerhood. What is powerhood? It's when one takes control of their power. It's when one no longer gives their power to something outside of them that really, for all intents and purposes, is really truly a figment of your imagination. Let me explain to you what I mean. A lot of stuff that we see going on right now is all illusions. And you have master illusionists out here. Let me give you an example of who a master illusionist is. A master illusionist is somebody who writes a script for Hollywood, for a movie. A director, if you will. They're master illusionists. Okay? These are people that have the ability to create a projected reality upon the masses through watching television or watching a movie. Okay? Now, if you are paying attention and you're watching the media all day, every day, you got to understand that those are master illusionists. Okay? And you have to stop relying on outside sources to tell you the truth about anything that's going on in the world. You have to stop relying on those sources. And you have to begin to start doing your own due diligence for yourself. Okay? There are people that chose to go down a specific path, and they are carrying themselves like they don't have the ability to think for themselves. What is a zombie? A zombie is just somebody that's simply hypnotized. They don't think. They just react. But there's no thought process. There's no consciousness to them whatsoever. So when you're listening to major media outlets, and what's happening is you're being programmed, A, for you not to think for yourself, B, to lose your consciousness. Okay? If they can control the mind, the body's going to go where the mind goes. That's how it goes. Okay? So, the real question you have to ask yourself is, if you are in fear, is it really the boogeyman that's putting you in that place of fear? Or are you volunteering to contract with fear? Are you volunteering to contract with it? You can sit up here all day and listen to other people out here say what such and such was going through, and I saw this in the video, and I saw this, and I saw that, and blah, 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 and it makes you freak out, right? It makes you freak out. At the end of the day, if you're not going through the experience yourself, and let's just keep it 100, if you're not going through the experience yourself, then why are you tuning into it? Are you going to be able to do anything about it? I mean, I just want to know where your stance is on everything. Fear, I talk to a lot of my guys about fear on my channel. I talk about fear all the time in my lives. And a lot of you guys say you get it, but then the stuff I see that takes place in my chat shows me that a lot of y'all still don't get it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all still don't understand. And so I just want to touch on that piece of it, because until you can get control of that aspect of your consciousness, you are going to continue to be led by something outside of yourself. And that's not the position that you really want to be in. It's dangerous to place yourself in a position to listen to somebody outside of yourself. It's dangerous. Because you do have wolf in sheep's clothing out here, and there's a lot of them out here that will lead you right down the wrong path. Let me give you an example. Media, mainstream media, will lead you down the wrong path. Preachers in the pulpit that work for establishments will lead you down the wrong path. All you have to do is just pay attention to where you're being led. And it's your responsibility to do your due diligence on the information that's being presented to you. It's nobody else's job to do that for you, and it's nobody else's job to save you from yourself. Okay? It's nobody else's job to do that for you. We are moving in an era where we're being taken back to the early days of when that Constitution was first put into place. And this is when people actually had the ability to think for themselves and do for themselves. Let me ask you a question. If China, the boogeyman, was to knock out the power grid in the United States for 90 days. Let me just throw the scenario at you. If they were to knock out the power grid for 90 days, do you honestly think that you would be able to survive that? Have you even thought about it from that perspective? What if the system that we complain about so much really just disappeared? No more benefits, no more food stamps, no more government assistance, no more SSI, no more child support, no more nothing. None of these systems existed whatsoever. Do you think, truthfully, that you would be able to survive without it? That is a question that you need to be asking yourselves. Because I see a lot of yeses coming through here, but if some shit hit the fan, and let's say the shit that happened down in Texas with the weather, and the power goes out, and the gas goes out, are you prepped for that? Are you prepped for that? Do you have enough food stacked up in your house? Do you have enough fresh water stacked up in your house? Do you have a kerosene heater or some type of a generator that will heat you up when you have absolutely no electricity and no gas whatsoever? Let's really think about this for a minute. Do you have something that's going to cook your food that is gas generated that you have to utilize, that is gas generated when you have access to no electricity whatsoever? Do you have these things? Would you be able to live off the land if need be? These are very real questions I'm asking you, because if you ask these questions from an honest perspective, then you will be able to gauge, to understand where you really are in your mentals. They were putting out hints out there down in Texas when the governor came out and said things, not the governor, but the mayor came out and said, nobody owes you nothing. See, when you start seeing those sound bites, I call them sound bites. When you see certain sound bites starting to come out and hit mainstream media, they're dropping dimes to get you guys to prepare for this. Homeland Security put the notice out, I think it was a year or 2 years ago on their website about you stocking up for at least 6 months. That was put out on their website 2 years ago. Then when a reality or a crisis situation comes up and you guys see how real it is, like the situation that's going on in Texas right now, oh shit, I wasn't prepared for this, that, and the third. You want to know why? Because most people that hear this type of information go into cognitive dissonance. You don't really believe it's actually going to happen in your life. You don't believe it. Yet if you're aware, and there's a difference between being aware and being tapped into something that's negative. If you are aware of your surroundings and you take the time out and look around a little bit, you can kind of see the writing on the wall as to what's going on in certain areas of where you live at. If you're just aware. Okay? There's a lot of us that came out here to give you guys a lot of information. But let me explain something to you. Everybody that has a lifeboat can't bring everybody onto the boat. Now, I'm going to go into a whole nother spin on this situation so you guys are clear about something. And it's so obvious. It's so very obvious as to why so many of us that have been offering lifeboats out to people while we're being shunned on social media, why we're being censored, why these things are happening. Let me explain something to you. You say, Isis, how can someone who's ain't talking about nothing have hundreds of thousands of followers and make all this big money and this, that, and the third, but the people who are actually putting in the work to try to help humanity, it seems like they get punished in some type of way? Well, let me explain to you about certain rules to the game. And it was something that my goddaughter reminded me of through her own epiphany. It's something I was reminded of. And this is what I want to let you guys know. When you decide that you're going to offer a lifeline to people, there are forces, there are spiritual forces out here in the world that's going to watch you for a certain period of time. Okay? They're going to see how big is your boat? How big is your lifeline? Is it the size of a Noah's Ark? Is it the size of a small little boat where you're just paddling along? Is it the size of the Titanic? Right? They're going to watch that. They're going to watch the size of that boat. And they're going to watch the size of that lifeline. Now, they're going to let you get but so far. They're going to say, okay, it's okay for you to save a few people. You can save about, good 200, 300 people. Okay, we ain't going to trip on that. No problem. You can do that. Save about 300, 400, 500 maybe. on the boat. But then when you start getting into thousands of people and you're sending out a lifeline to those thousands of people, well, now it becomes a problem, because so now you're public enemy number one to the system. Now, that being said, that you're public enemy number one to the system. This planet, and I've told you guys in my previous lives before, this planet is a planet of duality. Okay? It's a planet of duality. So just like you're going to have good energy, you're going to have, or positive energy, you're going to have negative energy. Just like you're going to have forces that are for, you're going to have opposing forces. So there's a consequence for every life that you save. There's a consequence for every life that you take out from the matrix. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that? There's a consequence to that. You have opposing forces. They're just playing the role of the energy, the negative energy, or energy that's out here that's opposing the ascension. Hell, they don't even realize the role that they're playing. They're just doing what their bosses are telling them to do. They don't even know the role that they're playing. They're not conscious of it. Okay? Then there's positive energy that allows you to bring a few people onto the ship. But I'm going to say this one thing. Everybody that has a lifeboat can't bring everybody with them. So what does that mean? That means that you got to create your own lifeboat, or you got to become the lifeboat to assist others on a micro level. Okay? I put a lifeline out when I created a Telegram channel. I put a lifeline out when I decided to come out and step out on Instagram and other social media platforms and get their information out. I put a lifeline out when I talked to you guys about getting involved with some self-sustaining communities outside the country. I put a lifeboat out for those who get it, not for those who don't. And the truth of the matter is, not everybody's going to get it, and not everybody's supposed to get it. See, my lifeboat is not meant for everybody. My lifeboat is only meant for those who are like-minded, that understand the concept of what it is that I'm talking about. It's not meant for those who are operating in fear. It's not meant for those who still have a 3D consciousness. It's not meant for those who are still doing the same dumbass shit they've been doing since their existence. It's not meant for those individuals who would spend more time talking about negative shit, gossip, and celebrities. It's not meant for those people. It's only meant for those who are on the same level of thought as myself. That means that a lot of y'all can't come. See, there are people out here that are very, very serious about the things that they say, and they're not just talking. And then you got a lot of folks out here that are just talking and ain't doing nothing. Okay? But when you start looking at universal law, and you start looking at this thing from a metaphysical perspective, and you start looking at people who really take the time out to step out there, to put themselves out there, it only makes sense that we would have opposing forces. I learned that also in my priesthood. We have what you call Ajogan. Ajogan are the opposing forces to those that are positive. Every time I take the time out to come on board to help someone or to protect someone, I inherit that person's enemies. Because I was helping that person as they were trying to get themselves together, because they made the effort, I took on their enemies. what I'm saying to you is that there's no free pass to freedom. Freedom's not free. You're going to pay some kind of a price behind that. I understand everything that's happening right now. I understand if Instagram don't want me to save my lives or if they block me, I understand it. I understand if they only want me to communicate to a certain amount of people. Oh, I understand it. I understand it. Does that stop me from my life's mission? No, it does not. Because there's thousands of other platforms who won't do that. One monkey don't stop no show. Remember that. When you have a purpose and a goal in life, remember this. One monkey don't stop no show. 3 monkeys don't stop no show. Okay? Nobody can stop your purpose of ascension on this earth but you. Their goal is to stop the purpose of ascension, to steal your ascension away from you. And the people that are living in fear had their ascension stolen away from them. The people that got that vaccine had their ascension stolen away from them. They chose that. That's their contract. It is what it is. And I know that you guys are grieving over family members because of the divide. I understand it, and I'm empathetic and I'm sympathetic to the situation. But at this stage in the game, I can't concern myself with affairs that no longer, that I realize that really don't have an effect on my life in that way. I can't. I can't be stuck there with you. I can't be stuck there with you. And for those who understand what I'm saying, I would highly suggest that you spend more time focusing on your plan and executing your plan. Don't worry about what's going on with other people in your community as far as the dumb shit you see going on and whatnot. Don't get yourself caught up in other people's mess. That ain't got nothing to do with you. I don't get caught up in nobody's mess, period. I don't even care. I don't even care about it. Why? Because my mission is to get a whole lot of acres of land and to build a self-sustaining community for those that get it. My mission does not involve gossip of other people. Okay? It doesn't involve bullshit that doesn't matter to what's going on the mission. And if you were paying attention, you would understand why this is the trend now. This is becoming a trend where people are getting on board to create self-sustaining communities. This is the trend. So while y'all sitting up here getting caught up on all this other shit because you can't let go of the matrix, you got folks out here that are making it happen. That don't give a damn about what the hell this person and that person's talking about. Because if it's not producing fruit of progress, it shouldn't matter. All I'm saying is pay attention to what's providing fruit of progress. If there's nothing progressive about it, then stay away from it. Fear makes people depressed, right? It makes people depressed. It makes people sad. It puts people in a lower vibrational state. You don't have time for that. Nobody has time for that. So I'm here to give you encouraging words and also to remind you of something. You create your own lifeboat. Understand that not everybody's going to be able to get on the damn boat. And that's okay because you are the captain of your ship. And you can't take everybody with you. And you should be comfortable knowing that you can't take everybody with you. Be comfortable being in that space. Would we like to take everybody with us? Of course we would. Is that reality? No, it's not. And every day you guys are reminded, damn what you guys are seeing on the television. Let's just look at your family members and your close friends and seeing how they're moving. Every day you are reminded the position of where you are and your ascension and your higher conscious levels and your growth process. And when you look at the people around you and you don't see them growing and you see them spending more time doing other things that is not progressive because they're not paying attention to the signs of the time, then that lets you know where you stand with those individuals. There's no need for you to question it. What there's a need for you to do is detach from it. Because I'm going to let y'all know right now, I deleted that martyr program a long time ago. See, pay attention to every leader that was out here. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. What's the other ones? I can't think of the other brother's name that got killed by the police. All these different things that so many of our black leaders were doing. Have you ever noticed that the narrative has always been that those individuals were martyred because they were worrying about a group of people that didn't even care about themselves to make the change? Yeah, Fred Hampton. That's what I was thinking about. Couldn't get it out. Thank you. I want you to really think about what I'm saying. Every person that has ever been projected in our eyes was living out a martyr program because they did not have the ability to let go of the people who did not want to change, who did not want to put the effort for themselves to change. They didn't want to do these things, and then the end result of that was death. That was the end result of it. It was death. Death by their enemy, whether it was an enemy of their own that looked just like them, that worked for the establishment, or if it was the establishment itself. Because these individuals were trying to take a whole lot of people with them. Let me tell you something, man. Everybody came to the earth and they had their own destiny. And the truth of the matter is, you got galactic forces out here in the world that understand that humanity on this planet is not ready to grow up yet. You have pockets of individuals that are ready to grow up. But for the most part, there's a lot of adults that are not ready to grow up yet. They're not ready to get off the damn titty. And then you want to talk about you want to sin? How are you going to sin when you can't let go of the lower 3D level shit you've been dealing with? That's impossible. And it's not realistic. And the reason why it's not going to happen for you like that is because you refuse to deal with the one thing the one thing that's always held you back. You want to know what that is? It's nothing outside of you. It's you. You chose not to take responsibility and blame it on the devil. The devil made me do it when I went out here and killed these people. Oh my God, the devil made me do it. Oh, well, I'll sit on my fat ass and eat these damn cakes and not take care of my damn health and eat all these bad things. And I'm going to sit on and wait on Jesus because Jesus said he going to come get me. Jesus said he going to come save me. So, you know, it is what it is, baby. Just thank God. Just pray to Jesus, baby. Everything going to be all right. But I'm going to sit on my black ass and I'm not going to do shit. I'm not going to take the time out to read no information that you're trying to give me about the health. Because I believe what CNN told me to do, because I just don't want to make any changes about my life. I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to have uncomfortable thoughts now, baby. I'm okay sitting on my fat ass and doing my own thing. Watching my soap operas and things like that. Honey, I ain't got time to be worrying about them things you talking about, honey. Oh, child. Honey, you got them ceilings? Did you cook them ceilings, baby? You done? Okay, honey, I'm ready to eat. Ignorance is bliss. And you guys want to know why I say let the dead lay with the dead? Get your butt out of here.
Look.
What's that?
Farm fresh.
So, I just want to say that to y'all and give y'all that message because I want you to remember not to get sad when people can't hear what you're saying, babies. Let them be what they gonna be. It's gonna be okay. Let those that are resolved in their own fate or where they are. It ain't your job to take them out of that. It's not your job to save people. Now, some may say, "Oh, well, that's cruel." And this, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I want you guys to be comfortable in understanding that people are going to do what they want to do, and you can't force somebody to figure it out for themselves. They have to go through experiences, and it takes time, and it takes matriculation. And the truth of the matter is, who's got time for that? Shit, if you knew that you saw a damn missile being shot from China to this side of the world, and you were told that you had 72 hours to get your ass about the country or get your ass about the city, otherwise your ass going to be blown to smithereens, are you going to sit down and try to convince the folks that said, I'm just going to wait on Jesus? Or the folks that's going to sit up here and argue and say, that's bullshit, that ain't going to happen, what are you talking about? Or the people that says, oh, you crazy girl, I didn't hear about that. No! You're going to say, shit, I got 72 hours. Neighbors going to see me packing my shit up. They looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm looking at them like I don't give a damn. Mind your business. I'm getting in my shit. I'm packing my shit up and I'm out of there. I'm not sitting up here having conversations, long-ass conversations, losing energy and losing my breath, huffing and puffing, getting all emotional, wanting to beat somebody's ass because they can't hear what I'm saying. I'm not dragging nobody with me. Oh, you're coming with me right now. I'm just going to pull you by your hair. And I'll be goddamn. I'm not doing it. Bye. Let me know how it works out for you. See you next lifetime. Deuces. I'm out. I don't give a damn. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna sit there and be stuck with, but I have to save them. I have to save them. Okay, well, your ass is toast too. Your ass is going to get roasted right on up out of here too, because you got about another hour before the damn missile hits. And you're even seeing, here's the crazy part, you're even seeing the missile headed in your direction, but you're going to look at the sky and say, that ain't the missile, that's a plane. Or that's the mother shit, that's not a missile. I swear to God, I know people that are like that. So, I'm bringing this to your attention and I'm saying to y'all, and you better listen to me very good on this live today. Time is up. And they're on full-on assault mode right now. The time is up. A lot of y'all are going to be fleeing up out this country. Fleeing up out of here. Hauling ass. With no plan, no nothing, just I'm getting the hell out of Dodge because you didn't see the writing on the wall. Y'all see Bill Gates buying up lots of farmland, but yet I bet you your dumb ass is going to go out here and still keep buying food from the grocery store. With them damn GMO farms, you're going to be growing all that nasty ass GMO food. How much you want to bet y'all going to be doing that? How much you want to bet that you guys are going to be comfortable eating that damn processed, I'm going to kill you food, the kind of food ain't going to have you live a long life type of food? How much you bet that people going to be doing that? Because they still waiting to be saved, honey. I think a ship going to come out the sky, some white man with some long hair going to come out the sky and say, come my children, come. Come my children, I come to save you all. And even if he was coming, you're only going to take 144,000 folk with him. So what the hell happened to all the 7.5 billion people on the planet? And what makes you think, let's just say that was true, which I know it's not, but let's just say it was. What the hell makes you think you're going to be a part of the 144,000 that's going to get picked? Hell, you weren't even part of the damn, hell, when you watch the movies and you see Armageddon coming and you watch that new movie that just came out with Greenland, think about all the movies you watched where you heard about some type of disaster that was coming. Think about 2012. What the hell makes you think that you're going to be the one that's going to get that call from the government that says, we got a bunker for you and your family to go to, okay? And you need to be here at this spot at this time so you get placed on this damn plane to fly your ass to the bunker. What the hell makes you think you're going to be one of those people that's going to have a number and a pass to get to one of them damn places? I'm keeping it $150. What the hell makes you think you're going to be that person? If you're not even going to be the damn people that's going to get on the damn big ass arcs and ships and shit, that's going to be hiding in the damn mountain space, when the planet decides it's going to do what it's going to do, if you're not going to be any of those people, what the hell makes you think you're going to be at the part of the 144,000 that's supposed to be saved being brought up in goddamn ships on some beat me up Scotty type shit? Are y'all serious right now? 7.5 billion people on the planet. In some kind of way, your ass seem to think you're going to get saved. If the government ain't rocking with you, ain't messing with you, they don't want you. They only want the people that have something to bring to the table. You are only measured by what you are actually worth. If you don't bring value to the table, nobody wants you. And I want you to think about that. What value are you bringing to the table for anybody to save your ass? If I put together a self-sustaining community, I'm going to need electricians. I'm going to need seamstresses. I'm going to need all different types of people that got something to bring to the table to make sure the community has the ability to run. Are you one of those people? Because if you ain't one of them damn people, miss me. You ain't got no value bringing to the table, baby. What is your worth? That's what you got to ask yourself. What is your value and what is your worth? Do you have something to bring to the table? Yes or no? I really want you to think about that for a minute. I really want you guys to really take the time out and think about what your worth truly is. And make sure you're clear about the reality that you're living in. Nobody is going to save you or give you the lifeboat for yourself. You're going to have to do that for yourself, sweetheart. Scotty ain't beaming you up, fam. You ain't getting beamed up. It's not happening. You're not getting on them damn arcs. The government's not going to give you a pass. They're not calling you up on your phone talking about, hey, you ain't doing it. Someone says, what can you do? See, here's the thing about that. If you're asking that question, you're already behind the 8 ball. If you don't know how to save yourself, you're already in the world of trouble. If you don't even have the ability to save yourself, you're already in the world of trouble. How many times have you heard me say, create a plan? What's going to happen when I decide not to come back on social media no more because I'm living my life and living in my paradise someplace else doing my thing? What y'all going to do then when I'm not here no more? What you going to do again when all the other people ain't here no more and ain't giving you the knowledge and information you're going to need because they done got the message and they got the hell on? What you going to do then? Because rest assured, there's a lot of us that understand that this thing is only a matter of time. Either before they completely censor us completely out the box, where we don't have the ability to get the information out, or we just basically say we don't want to do this shit no more and go about our damn business. Social media is not something that a person needs to have in order to function in life. There's so many different things going on around the world besides social media. What was folks doing before social media came about? You need to think about that. Could you survive without it? If they knocked out the power grid today, you ain't got no damn social media, or could you survive without it? Have you put together a plan in the event that they don't have social media or you don't have access to the internet anymore? And let's just say they cut the phones out. Let's say the satellites cut out. Are you able to survive without it? How would you get around from point A to point B if you didn't have GPS tracking? Let me tell you how we used to do it back in the day. We had maps. Do you got a couple maps in your car, fam? I remember when we was breaking down, we had to stop by the box, the little box on the interstate, and they had that little call box right there. Your shit break down, and you call you call the operator, and the operator says the tow truck, and she asks you what part of the interstate are you on, what marker you at, what number, and she would ask you that. Y'all remember that shit? This is long before 1995 hit, when Windows first came on the scene. If you ain't got no damn maps in your car, fam, you already behind the 8 ball. If you can't remember at least 10 numbers in your mind without looking at your phone, you're already behind the damn 8 ball. You're already behind the 8 ball. Are you practicing to exercise your brain? Look at that. Don't remember none of that. Well, you must be very young. You must be very, very young. Are you able to comprehend how to read street signs? You better get your asses some maps and get them shits in the car. Just in case shit get weird. All you youngins, take my advice. Learn something. If you're 19 years old, it don't mean that you're helpless. It means that you're actually smarter. You're stronger. You got more energy. You just need proper guidance. That's the difference. Y'all should have a good 10, 15 boxes of heirloom seeds so you can grow your own vegetables. Y'all should have at least 30, 40 pounds of soil to be able to grow your vegetables. You should have a shitload of clean water. What preparations are you doing for yourself? Are you of value to yourself? Do you love yourself enough to save yourself? Because that's what this is all boiling down to. Do you care about yourself enough to save yourself? Because you can't get upset when the powers that be don't help you, because it's not their responsibility to help you. I'm going to let y'all know that right now. Do not have the mindset that it's the powers that be to help you, because they're already showing you that they're not helping shit. When Trump was in office, he was talking about a $2,000 stimulus check. What happened? Dude came back around. The other dude from the Democratic Party came back around and said, nah, Mitch McConnell, nah, fam, you're going to get this $600. We don't give a damn about you. We don't give all these billions and trillions of dollars to other people outside the United States, but we don't give shit about you Americans. Y'all ain't shit. You know why they do that? Because Americans don't have the ability to think for themselves. They look at us as useless eaters. Because they look at us as, we throw temper tantrums when we can't get our way. We throw temper tantrums, so we just have to be stuck on what somebody tells us to do. Well, I'm just going to just do what this media tells me to do, and I'm just going to not think for myself, and I'm not going to reach for it because I don't give a damn about myself. That's the truth. I went and got that vaccine because I have low self-esteem and I don't give a shit about myself. But if you did your shadow work, you wouldn't have been swayed so easily. Why do people do self-destructive things to themselves? Because they don't give a damn about themselves. They don't care about themselves. So when you see people go out here and do that shit to themselves, that is an end result of someone who does not truly care about themselves. Because if they would have cared about themselves, they would have did their due diligence, and they would have read, and they would have studied, and they would have asked a whole lot of questions. They wouldn't have just went out here and allowed themselves to be misled by the same people who destroyed their people once before. They never would have did that. You try to give them information. They try to give you 50 reasons. They give you 50 reasons to kick back to say this isn't true or this isn't that. But they didn't do their own due diligence. That's not a sound. Let me tell you something. Why would you want to bring that kind of a mind with you where you going? Think about that for a second. If you got to force somebody to read some shit, if you got to force somebody to use their brain, why would you spend time dragging somebody to where you're trying to get to? It makes no damn sense. You can't come where I'm going, fam, because you're not ready. I'll holler back. And sometimes you got to set the tone. You got to set the boundaries for those people and say, you know what? I love you to death, but you can't go where I'm going and I'm not inviting you. That's how you need to get in these times right now. You're not invited. You can't come. People are going to get pissed off at you, but you can't be consumed, but you can't be concerned about that. Just like when I started kicking folks off my Telegram channel, it's not personal. It's nothing personal with me. You're just not ready for what it is I'm trying to present. And that's okay too. I'm not mad at you. You just can't stay in my house. You got to get the hell on. You understand what I'm saying? It's nothing personal. That's the way you got to carry this. It's nothing personal. You got to let your loved ones, you got to let your friends know that are not vibing on the same frequency as you. You got to let them know it's nothing personal. I have no personal beef. I love you to the end. But unfortunately, you can't go where I'm going. I'm not sharing shit with you. Unless you say to me, well, I really want to learn. Well, here's a few things. You go check that out and come back and holler at me later. But in the meantime, I'm over here. You could do that. You say here, exit stage left. You get the hell on. Okay? You can't worry about other people no more, babies. You can't be concerned about other people anymore. That's not where you're going. If you are in an ascension process, it means that your Ori, your God mind, chose you to go in this direction because it wants you to do things for the future. There's work that you got to get done. There's work to do. I can't build the ark, or I can't put the community together if I'm too busy saving folks who are ingrates and don't get it. I don't have time for that shit. I don't want you in my community at all. Period. I don't want you. Survival of the fittest. There it is. Survival of the fittest. That's what this all boiling down to. Survival of the fittest. You can't go where I'm going. You need to let people know that. Babies, I love you, but you can't go where I'm going. See, you got to kind of redirect the energy and the power back into yourself and give it back to yourself. Stop giving your shit away to other people that don't appreciate you, honeys. Stop giving it away to people that don't appreciate, that are ingrate. Stop giving it away to people. Just get their asses the hell on. Say, baby, it ain't nothing personal, but you got to get the hell on up out of here. Oh, babies, it's okay. I got a lot of people in my clique that actually think just like I think. We on the same page. So you go ahead and go on about your business, baby. I don't need you. You're not needed. And you know what you'll find? You'll find that you're a lot happier. Your load is a lot lighter. It's not heavy. You'll have a peace of mind. Protect your energy. And protect your heart. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Okay? Now, that don't mean that I forgot my humanity. That don't mean if I see an unjust going on with someone that I wouldn't help them. That's not what that means. All I'm saying to you is that for those who are on the mission to go out here and save people by trying to force them to raise their consciousness to a higher level of understanding, that's impossible. That's impossible. It can't be done. I hope you guys are really hearing what I'm saying. I appreciate you guys for coming on board and listening to this live. I love y'all. And I'm gone.
One, two.